jays is singing this morning, squawking about something. There's another look at it. It's pretty opened up inside here. Now I can take this front section and fold it over, and that way my office chair, I can set it up, do work on my computer, do work on my videotapes. Let you know that I'm about ready to go. That's right. Gonna hit the road in a 2004 Pontiac, Montana, and we are going all the way to Lake Superior. One of my favorite places in the whole USA. We're in October right now, and the weather forecast doesn't look good. Talking about 47 degrees as a high, 42 degrees as a low, and it's going to stay that way for about 2 or 3 days, and there's a good chance of rain. Woo! That's the North Country for you. High winds Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That means big waves. It's pretty miserable conditions up there on the big lake, but you know what? I decided no way. I'm going for it. So I'm hoping I'm going to get some great video. I'm hoping I'm going to get some beautiful photographs, and I can't wait to share it with you. Stay tuned. Here we go. Follow at North Star. 800 miles due north. We're heading to Lake Superior. Let's go. All right. Time to start loading everything up. It's about 800 miles or so to the south shore of Lake Superior. My plan is this time is to have everything up on top, or most everything up on top of the Montana. That way there I'll have plenty of room on the inside. Go light and fast on this trip. So I've got my bed all set up in the Montana, ready to go. A lot of times I've got it where the bed will actually fold up, and I'll have everything back there, and then at night I can fold it back out. But on this trip, I'm just going to leave everything just like this, so when I pull over, say Saturday night, early Sunday morning, about 2 a.m., I'll just pull over. All I have to do is get out of the driver's cab, come back here, get a good night's sleep, go back up, start the vehicle up, start the Montana up, whatever I need to do. But that works out pretty good, and then it folds back, the bed folds back on top of it. Had this for about 3 years now, this setup, and it really works good. It's been a while since I've actually camped in it, but it's pretty nice. Got the cab, and I've got it pretty much cleared where you can walk through the seats, come back here. It's enough room. You can't stand up in it, but I can sit on the bed, put my shoes on, things like that. And to me, there's plenty enough room to make it all work. It is Friday morning, and I've got some loading to do. Pretty psyched about it. I've got a few more things I've got to load up on the Montana before I'm ready to give you a good idea. That box right there, that's a pretty nice box. I just bought that at Menards. It's a Plano. It's a gearbox. It's not 100% waterproof, but I like the way the lid folds over the top. But I do have my backpack in there, and I do have my backpack in a big commercial black bag, so it will stay dry. And I've got everything tied off. Clothes in here. Got my warm winter clothes in there. Have a few things in the black bag. Got a few more things to add to tie off. Okay, I think I have everything loaded up that's going to go on top of the Montana. It brought a subject up to mind that I want to share with you. When it comes to loading your gear and taking off for a very long trip like this, what is so important that I've learned, that I learned years and years ago, was when you load things like this up on top of a vehicle, it's always better to individually strap everything down. So each one of these containers, now except for this little gas container, this 1 gallon gas reserve container I have here, that is actually attached to the strap that's going along this plain old box coming down. And I've got this in there for several reasons. One, it offers a buffer for that tall box to not want to slide back. But I had such an extra long strap for it that I thought I'd go ahead and mount the gasoline on with it too. But it actually is pretty secure the way it is. But that is a kind of an exception to the rule. The black bag, the yellow bag, blue bag, food container, and these 2 containers with my gear in it are all individually strapped down. Very important to do it that way. Wow! Unbelievable out here. I'm hiding behind this tree because it's getting stronger as I'm standing here. Now, there's some bad storms coming in, I can see that. So the straps do stretch out as you go on down the road. So what's important is that you always make sure that you check your straps. If you pull over for gas, check your straps, walk around, shake everything, make sure everything is nice and secure, and go on from there. Because when I blast off tomorrow, I'm going out into the night too. So I'll be driving all night to probably about 2 a.m. in the morning. So I don't have any idea what's going on up here unless I check it now and then and make sure. And also, you know, I don't play loud music. I don't do anything like that because I like to hear if something starts to come loose and make a noise. I want to be able to know about it. So there you go. All ready to go. I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's ready to go. Can't wait to get up to the North Country again. One of my favorite places to travel. Doggies are wanting to go. They're thinking, hey, Daddy-o, where are you going? Are you going camping? Well, maybe I want to go camping. Well, you know, not this trip, boys, because I'm going a long ways. It's going to be fast and quick trip. So you're going to stay here and guard the cabin. Sammy, you're in charge. You're always in charge. Jazz, you just follow along and soldier on, girl. You hear me? Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. Get you a good stretch in. All right. All right. Actually, I've been planning this trip for a long time, and probably for 2 weeks, I've already been getting everything ready to go. And that's what I like to do. I like to set a table up in the shop, and anytime I walk by and I see something that I know I need, or if I think of something, I'll either write it down on a note or I'll go ahead and grab it and put it on the table. I try to stay so organized when it comes to something. See, the table is almost empty. Just a few things, you know, my 300-watt rock pile. I've got some things of water, got a lantern, flashlight, but almost everything, this table is completely full, and almost everything now is in the Montana. Yep, she is about ready to go. Too much. Too much. So now here's something I'll do at this point. I'm about 36 hours from launching, getting ready to go. Anything at this point pops in my head, I stop and do it right then. For instance, tire pressure. I was walking around to Montana making sure everything was tied up, and I thought, you know what, I ought to check my tire pressure, make sure they're exactly where I want to be, because I'm not going to be doing that out on the road. When I'm driving down on the road, I've got other things on my mind, filming, doing my videos, so I want to make sure everything is right on the money. So I'm going to go ahead and check the tires. Make sure. Get back, Jazz. Get back, Jazz. You ain't helping none. Move, 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 move. Looks like about 30 pounds. Gotta go ahead and check the rest of them. Jazz, double check for me. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I'm glad I did that. Some of the tires had slipped to 28. I like to keep about 32 in them. I'm a little concerned about this front tire here. It was a little bit lower. It was like at 26. And I had a screw in it the other day, and I plugged it, and it seemed like it's holding up pretty good, but it kind of concerns me just a little bit that it has dropped a few more pounds than the other ones did. I'll have to just keep an eye on it. Makes me kind of nervous up on the south shore of Lake Superior. There's really no place that you can just drive to quick or get help. Grand Marais is about 16 miles to the east of the campground. Munising, Michigan is roughly 30-something miles to the west. So you do have to make a little bit of a drive, but there is places, especially in Munising, that you can go and get help if you needed to. Auto parts store, things like that. Grand Marais, not so much. Shuts down at 5 o'clock in the evening. Not much going on there. But, you know, you can get something to eat in a little hardware store and things like that. All right. That's the cliffs at Picture Rocks National Lakeshore. Okay, 12-Mile Beach, Lake Superior, Picture Rocks National Lakeshore. I will see you next year. Same place, same time. Adios.